Guys, I'm all about sharing cool stuff with you, so welcome back to the channel here. Today we have something kind of neat and unique and very exciting. I kind of on a whim was shopping through Best Buy's gallery, kind of going through and stuff, and I wanted to get an arcade system for my son. And you know what I'm talking about, those little arcades that either go on a tabletop or they're tall, but as a kid, I'm 40 this year, I grew up with a ton of, cool arcades going to the arcade, and I just wanted something like that, but I wasn't gonna spend $400 or $500 on a Mortal Kombat or an X-Men game, one game that went through. So I found the company 1UP, and they make something called the Infinity Table, and they make a couple different sizes. I wanna say there's like a 24 and a 32 inch. One's tabletop, one's not. So we got that baby right back there, and I wanna do a quick little one-day reveal for you guys on what this is and how I got it and where you can get it and so forth. So let's do that right now. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jeremy with Jeremy Lou Photography. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, I'm gonna wobble this. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Video helps you in a way, give it a thumbs up. Then click that bell for notifications. It'll tell you every time I come on. So I'm gonna set this down real quick, and we're gonna talk a little bit about this Infinity Table here. I didn't prep this well at all in my life. So guys, here's the table. Okay, here's the table itself. We'll bring you guys to show you guys a little bit about it. It plugs in, it connects to your Wi-Fi, and there's a bunch of games on this. But what's cool about this is that this is meant for 4 to 6, some games have 8 players, right? The Game of Life, Monopoly, all these games that you can play. And if you really don't know how to play the game, which you make your own rules, this one kind of stops you from doing the own rules thing. So let me show you guys a little bit about this. First off, it took maybe 10 minutes to set up total, and it's kind of neat. So here's how this kind of works. So it comes as a base. It comes as this machine itself, and it has these little legs right here, a base, and you can kind of see the cord there in the back. These just pop on, and they can actually pop off right up in here. They'll pop off right up in there. They're just little bouncy, metal things that you push through, and it comes off, and so you can take the whole board off itself and then throw it on top of your table or on top of a chair, and you guys can sit around it or on the ground as well. So the logo right here is in the front, and there's logos on the bottom, and then on the bottom it has, which I don't know what these are for yet, to be honest, guys. No idea, but there's 2 USBs there and a micro SD and volume up, volume down, power, the DC outlet, and this is for an external battery storage. You can actually buy an external battery, so if you take this on location somewhere or don't want the cord, you can do it. And we just have this plugged in right there. The setup was really easy. When you set up, you create your username, you set up your Wi-Fi, and that's it. You have to put in your credit card information to save in. Every time you make a purchase, you have to put your password in, which is good, so kids can't just buy games. And that kind of comes into the play a little bit of what we're gonna talk about next. So there are a ton of cool games on here, guys. So regular games that you would think of, but instead of like Uno, there's a game called Ono, which is the same exact thing. And we downloaded as many free games as cool as possible that I thought my kids would play as a family. And so far it's been pretty good, but there are some games on here, some iOS games, maybe, let's say like Army, which you have to push buttons and you can shoot down, like Plants vs. Zombies. That's not on here, but that's similar kind of game. Some of those games I bought it for $1.99. Didn't really work out too well. It's grainy, it's gross, it just doesn't feel right. But other games like Candyland, Guess Who, Monopoly, those are all amazing. It even comes with a few of these little blockers right here, which we are missing pieces of, but they kind of sit on the table like so. And it blocks the other person from seeing anything on the other side. But you guys are here because of the game. So you can download a bunch of games. Right now I have I think I have 22 games downloaded. I don't know how much storage is on here. I'm sure I can look that up, but it hasn't masked my storage or anything. Download a bunch of free games. You can purchase the games. It looks like they have games coming up, but as I went to their website, didn't really see much. So I'm hoping that the community, the system and everything starts to pull up a little bit. I will say that, oh, and when you let it sit there, it kind of just goes into the world. So Wheel of Fortune is coming soon. There's an update alert on some of the games, so it looks like they're currently working on that. I spent $1,000 on this. So I got the 32-inch, this is a bigger one. Comes with the legs. What's happening? What's happening? $1,000 on this. I bought it through RC Willie, and I got a $100 off random coupon that RC Willie just put in for me. Best Buy was out, so I checked RC Willie and I got it. So I got this for $900, and that sounds crazy. I still think it's a little bit overpriced just for what it is, but it's cool. It's like a giant iPad. You know, I feel like if this is all it did, it'd be cool if I could play movies on it, if I could plug in my iPhone into it, if it can do AirPlay. I think that would make the price a little bit higher, but really this is all it does. The touch is pretty good. It's a little laggy, maybe like a half-second laggy on some of the games, which can make games like Operation a little annoying when you're playing. But so far it's been working pretty good. So let's kind of tweak into the system itself. And we'll kind of show you guys what's up, what's going on. So it's all touchscreen based here. And I mean, it works out pretty good. Like, you know, there's that 1 second lag I kind of talked about. Nothing too crazy. And so how it works is there's the game store. The game store, I'm gonna open this baby up and I hit all. You can select family, kids, whatever you want, but these are kind of all the games right here. There's a little wish list you can set up. I have it excluding, I can exclude owned games. So these are little games, Clay Pigeons, Clay SWAT, Dizzy, and then once you click on a game like checkers, we actually didn't download checkers, but imagine having a checkerboard or not, and then just being able to play this with your friends. It's kind of neat. Shows the game, shows what it is, talks about the game a little bit. Since this is free, you can just grab it and download it. You'll hit get, and it'll take probably like a minute or two to download. Once it's downloading, you can't really do anything else with this, so you're gonna wanna download everything right away, so you don't have to worry about it, but it won't download in the corner. A lot of games on here, like Rummy, which I don't know how to play. Solitaire's on here. DC Solitaire, which I'm sure is Solitaire, but with DC. But we got a couple cool things. So let's go to the games that I have to kind of show you. And remember, we got this for my kids. So little games, this is my favorite. I actually did spend $13 on pre and kinder. And by my favorite, I mean Jetson's favorite. So this is $13 to play this game, and you have it forever, but it has a bunch of stuff. So it goes by, I mean, these are all the little mini games that happen within here. So he sits here, I Spy's coming soon. He sits here and he can play these little games.
Find 10 apples.
Right, so they come and he gets to find the apple.
4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Goes through counting, cognition. So it's pretty cool. You can go back into your dashboard here. Dashboard seems to get you back to all the main stuff. Little basketball games, Connect 4, you play against with somebody. The system is cool, and this is one of those things where you guys can kind of get into the system and figure out how to play it. So far, I'm only day one. We've purchased 3 games. I've spent $14. There is a section for promo codes, so I went online looking for promo codes. There's nothing available right now. I do feel like when you're buying something like this, maybe they should give you a few things, a little promo code to kind of go through. I don't know how old or new this is. I did see videos from 2 years ago of this coming out, but has a very, very low footprint. This will go on tables. This will keep my kid off of the iPad for a little bit. I mean, I know it's another iPad, but being able to move, interact, play minimal games, they can't download things right away. This is stuff that I like about it. But also as a family, we played the game of life last night with 6 of us, and it just goes through and asks you questions, career, college, all that stuff. And my kids have never played the game of life. Also, I don't want to pull out pieces for the game of life. I don't want to pull out pieces for Monopoly or even Guess Who. And we can play these games on the fly. And then the coolest thing is that it'll save your games for you. So if you're playing Monopoly, and we all play Monopoly, if it gets to a point where it's just too long, you can actually just save the game, get out, play another game, and you can join in that game later. So there's a lot of things that I think that this company will do. This company's been around forever, but the Infinity Table will do. And when they do that, I'll update it. But for now, this is kind of neat. This is kind of cool to have. And yes, I did spend a lot of money on it. And I know not everybody can spend $1,000 on it, which is why I'm making this YouTube video, because the more that you guys watch this, the more that it'll pay for it. But hopefully this tech will kind of come out and play and bring that little arcade back into the house. But like I said, if this in the future can play videos, I can play stuff with my phone. If it attaches to like Alexa or Siri and plays music, and you can kind of, you know, karaoke table or something like that, I would love that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you're having a good day. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.